Hello everyone and welcome to this week's speed build. This one isn't too exciting if I'm going to be honest. I tried my hand again at doing a pretty small house. This is a 1-bedroom, 1-bath, and I don't know what I am going to name it yet, so as of now it does not have a name, but I am sure that you guys are looking at it right now on screen because, you know, that's just what happens. Anyway, I built this house when I was sick, so I don't think I was all there. I think I could have made this house a lot better. I could have made the inside a lot, I don't know, prettier, I guess. There's parts of it that I don't really like too much, but it's whatever, you know, you create and you learn and you just kind of got to deal with it sometimes. Anyway, so my inspiration behind this house was that, well, when we get to the inside, you will see that I kind of took inspiration from a single sim because this is a 1-bedroom, and I thought that whoever lived here would be a traveler. So when you look on the inside, when it gets to that point in the video, there is a lot of items in the house that are reminiscent of travels, a lot of pictures, and also there's this little like poster board, cork board or whatever they call it, where it has pinned postcards on it. So I thought that was a little cute detail to have in there. But anyway, I just wanted to try my hand again at doing more brown rustic tones, I guess, without it looking like too rustic, if you know what I mean. So I hope you guys like it. I'm kind of iffy about it. I really like the outside, and I really wish that I would have placed this lot in like Newcrest, but it is in Windenburg. I don't know what I was thinking, because as I was taking screenshots, all the trees get in the way, and that's the only thing I hate about building in some spots in Windenburg, is there's a lot of plants, which is really pretty in-game, and I really love playing in Windenburg in-game. I just hate taking screenshots of houses here, because it is ridiculous how many trees and plants get in the way. But anyway, if you download this, please move it to Newcrest or, you know, another lot. You can move it to Windenburg, but I'm just saying, you know, my preference is there's too many trees and it distracts from the pretty house. Anyway, I also did the, what's the cheat? It's the debug hidden objects. I had to do that, so I don't know if you have to do that once you get in game to see some of the items. Probably not. It should all be there when you download it, but just in case, you might want to try that if not everything shows up. I haven't had a problem with it before, but, you know, just putting it out there that, you know, it could happen, so be aware of that. Anyway, let's see. I'm trying to think of something that I can tell you about my week. I know that in the last video and in the video before that, it got kind of depressing, which, I don't know. I was gonna say I apologize for it, but not really, because it's been a hard week and I went to a funeral on Friday, so I don't apologize for it. Anyway, I'm trying to be more positive here, okay? I'm trying not to get, yeah, anyway. So, my week didn't get much better because I got strep throat, so I had to miss work, and I sat in bed for, well, thankfully, you know, every time I've gotten strep throat, it's been like at least 7 days that I have been completely in bed, missing work, missing just everything because I am sick, and it usually sucks really bad. But thankfully this time it only lasted, I was in bed for like 2 days, and then I went to the funeral on Friday feeling much better, but standing up all day just kicked my butt because it started at 11:30, but I had to get ready and everything, of course, before then, and then I got home at like 4. So I spent a lot of time on my feet, and that just really wrecked my body, and so I've been sore. And I went back to work today. Today's Sunday, so it wasn't too bad. I'm thankful that it lasted, you know, as a small amount of time as it did, and it didn't go too long, because then I would have had a real problem. But yeah, and so I've been sick, and I have also been planning Disney. And I'm sorry if you guys are tired of hearing about my Disney trips, but my Fast Pass reservation, this stuff is coming up, so I really had to take care of that. Sure, I had a little bit more time. I think I have like a week or 2 left, but, you know, I wanted to come up with a draft, and so what better time to do it when you're in bed for 2 days? So I took advantage of being sick and did something, so that worked out. So I did a little bit of planning, and that's basically it. I have not had a very eventful week. And yeah, so I'm thinking about just ending the video here, because I literally have nothing to talk about. I can't even think of anything. I haven't seen a TV show that I like lately. The last show that I watched that I loved was 13 Reasons Why. I haven't seen any movies. I haven't been anywhere because I've been sick. Oh, you know what though? I can tell you about something that's, I don't know, okay, so I was really proud of this, but there was an instance it was this semester, but it was like last month, where we had to turn in a rough draft for a research paper, and this was in my Psychology of Women's class, and so I turned in a draft, and on the paper that the professor gave us, it said, do not freak out, do not stress, it's just a draft. And I was like, okay, so I'm just going to write whatever, I'm not going to finish it, I'm just going to turn in what I have. So basically, I just left out the analysis part. I had all my main points in my thesis and everything there, and I put my own research in there because we had to do our own research because I'm in a bachelor's program, and so I have to do like adult work now. My associate's degree was ridiculous. Anyway, so she ended up grading it and sending me in an email the feedback, and basically she was like, oh, I see that you have nice points here and I can kind of see where you're going, but you need to see the writing center. And as a college student, the writing center, you don't want to go to the writing center, at least in my experience. In the 2 colleges that I have been to, the writing center sucks. I mean, if you really need it, that's awesome, but for a person like me whose like only talent in life is writing, that's the only thing I've actually excelled in my studies, is professors have asked to get me published. I have been in creative writing clubs with professors. I've been giving all these opportunities. I get approached by professors and like they tell me all the time that my writing is amazing and that they really love it and this and that. So I'm not saying that I have a complex, like I am the best writer ever. No way. I mean, I know I'm lazy. I am really lazy and I don't put effort into things. Anyway, so I was kind of ticked off because I'm like, this is a draft. You told us not to freak out about it, not to, to basically not stress and don't worry about it, just turn in what you have. So I did that, and then she gave me a 75 on it, which I didn't know it was going to be graded. That wasn't in the syllabus, so that pissed me off even more, and so... And honestly, I don't put very much effort into it. I just BS everything I do. Honestly, I don't know how I'm an honor student because I BS every single thing I do in life. But anyway, so like 2 weeks ago, before the semester ended, I turned in the final draft, and I BS that too. Basically, I just threw in some random analysis and some sources and all this crap, and I just wanted to be done with it. I was like a huge paper, and I wrote it in like 2 days. It was like less than 2 days. I wrote a little bit one day, and then I finished it up like a couple hours before it was due. Anyway, so I turned it in, and I got my grade back this week. And at the beginning of the semester, she made a big deal about how, like, my class is really hard. And by the way, it's not even a core class. It's an elective. But she's like, oh, my class is really hard, and you're not going to get by doing this, and that only a few people make an A on the final paper because I grade really hard and yada, yada, yada. And so, yeah, I got an A. So, I don't know, I just thought it was really funny because she criticized me, and it turns out I am one of the few every semester, I guess, that got an A on the paper. So, whatever. I just thought that was funny, and it just completely made my entire month, all the stress from studying and stuff for that test was totally worth it, which I got a 94 on the test, which I didn't even answer the last short answer question. Didn't even answer it, because at that point, I was in there for an hour, and I had spent the last 2 weeks studying my butt off, and I had all these flashcards. My mom quizzed me, I read the book, I took all these notes, and so I was just done at that point, and I walked out, and I got a 94, so... not too bad. Anyway, I'm not trying to brag at all. I just think it's kind of funny. And yeah, especially because I've always usually sucked at school. Up until college, I have gotten horrible grades. That's why I started at community college and now I'm at a university. It's because I haven't had good grades. But I don't know. Recently, it's just, I don't even have to try. I don't know if it's just the college system or grade inflation or what it is, but it's just, yeah, don't be afraid of college, guys. It's not that hard. You'll do fine, trust me. The only problem is having to pay for it, which I still find difficult. I took 1 class this semester. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching the video. Please hit that subscribe button to be updated on new uploads. Here are all my beautiful screenshots. I hope you enjoyed watching this build. Please hit that subscribe button so that you can be updated on all my brand new videos. That is it for today, and I will talk to all of you later.